For years, Ellen DeGeneres was America's queen of kindness. But behind the contagious laughter and dance-filled monologues, a darker truth was growing. When the cameras stopped rolling, kindness turned into cruelty and smiles hid secrets. Today, we're diving deep into how Ellen's perfect empire finally collapsed, one scandal at a time. The rise of Ellen, from stand-up star to talk show legend. Ellen DeGeneres started as a small-time stand-up comedian in the 1980s, known for her witty observations and sharp humor. Her charm and relatability quickly made her a fan favorite, and in 1994 she landed her own sitcom, Ellen. But Ellen didn't just make TV history with jokes, she made it with bravery. In 1997, during the 4th season of her sitcom, Ellen publicly came out as gay, both in real life and through her on-screen character. It was a groundbreaking moment for LGBTQ+ representation, and she became an icon overnight. After facing backlash and losing her show, Ellen reinvented herself. In 2003, she launched The Ellen DeGeneres Show, a bright, bubbly, and laughter-filled daytime program that promised positivity and kindness. The show was an instant success, winning dozens of awards and turning Ellen into one of the most powerful women in entertainment. She danced with celebrities, gave away cars, and became a symbol of happiness. But as the years went by, fans began to wonder, was all that kindness real or just a well-rehearsed act? The cracks began to show. For a long time, Ellen's reputation seemed untouchable. She had friends in Hollywood, millions of viewers, and a carefully crafted image as the nice celebrity. But whispers started spreading online. Former staff, guests, and even fans began sharing strange experiences. Small comments on Reddit, Twitter, and TikTok hinted that Ellen wasn't as kind off camera. Some former employees claimed she was cold and dismissive. Others said she created a toxic work culture where fear ruled instead of fun. In 2020, those whispers exploded into headlines. Multiple reports emerged from former and current employees describing a toxic workplace behind The Ellen Show. Accusations included bullying, racism, intimidation, and favoritism. The world was shocked. How could the woman who built her brand on "be kind to one another" be at the center of such cruelty? The BuzzFeed bombshell. The turning point came when BuzzFeed News published 2 explosive investigations in 2020. Dozens of staff members described the workplace as toxic, revealing disturbing stories about harassment and fear. Some said they were fired after taking medical leave or time off for family emergencies. Others accused senior producers of sexual misconduct. What made it worse was Ellen's reaction, or lack of one. While she did issue a public apology, many thought it sounded hollow and defensive. She claimed she was unaware of what was happening behind the scenes, blaming the misconduct on her producers. But fans weren't buying it. How could the host of a show that bore her name and her personal motto have no idea what was going on under her own roof? The internet erupted with memes, tweets, and hashtags calling out the hypocrisy. Be kind, once her signature phrase became a punchline. Celebrities speak out. When celebrities started weighing in, things went from bad to worse. Some stars defended Ellen, like Katy Perry and Kevin Hart, saying she had always been kind to them. But others had very different stories. Comedian Kevin T. Porter famously tweeted, "We need more kindness." Share your most insane stories of Ellen being mean. The responses flooded in. Thousands of people shared anecdotes of Ellen's coldness, rudeness, and diva behavior. Former bodyguards, ex-staffers, and even guests like Nikki Tutorials, a famous YouTuber, revealed she was treated with disrespect backstage. Slowly, the public began to realize that Ellen might have been living a double life, the smiling TV angel and the off-camera. The ratings collapsed. As more stories came out, the Ellen DeGeneres Show's ratings took a nosedive. Viewers stopped tuning in, sponsors pulled out. By late 2020, the show had lost more than 1 million viewers in just a few months, a drop so steep that TV analysts called it one of daytime's biggest falls from grace. The show tried to bounce back. Ellen promised change, producers were replaced, and she apologized again on air. But the magic was gone. The end of an era. In May 2021, Ellen announced that the show would end after its 19th season. She claimed the decision was about wanting a new challenge and that the show was no longer inspiring her creatively. But few believed that explanation. Insiders revealed that the real reason was the ongoing damage to her reputation and the irreversible loss of viewer trust. Warner Brothers even hinted that the scandal had affected advertising deals and revenue. By the time the final episode aired in May 2022, Ellen's once golden empire had turned into a cautionary tale. Life after the fall. After the show ended, Ellen largely disappeared from the public eye. She stopped hosting major events, avoided social media, and focused on her personal life with her wife, Portia de Rossi. Occasionally, she appeared in small interviews or charity events, but her influence was gone. The queen of daytime TV was now just another celebrity, trying to stay relevant in a world that had moved on. In 2023, Ellen attempted a quiet comeback with stand-up shows, but the response was mixed. Why Ellen's downfall feels so satisfying. Many people found Ellen's downfall oddly satisfying. Not because they enjoy failure, but because it exposed Hollywood's hypocrisy. Ellen had built her empire on kindness, yet her empire fell apart because of cruelty. Her story became a symbol of what happens when fame and image overshadow reality. It showed that no matter how powerful someone becomes, the truth eventually catches up. Audiences were tired of fake positivity. Lessons from Ellen's story. Ellen's journey is a modern Hollywood morality tale. It teaches us three major lessons. Authenticity matters. Audiences can sense when someone's image doesn't match their actions. Power without empathy is dangerous. No one is too famous to fall. Kindness must be real. When it's used as a brand instead of a belief, it eventually collapses. Ellen once said, "Be kind to one another." Ironically, that phrase is now a warning instead of an inspiration. Her downfall reminds us that reputation can be built over decades, but destroyed in months. The final curtain. Today, Ellen's empire stands as a memory of what once was as. Her legacy will always be complicated. She broke barriers for LGBTQ+ visibility, but she also betrayed her own message of compassion. As viewers, we can acknowledge her contributions while also recognizing the importance of holding powerful people accountable. In the end, Ellen DeGeneres didn't just fall from grace. She exposed the truth behind celebrity perfection. And perhaps that's why her downfall feels so satisfying. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.